Well, hi, babies. Sorry, immediately that starts. Okay, so this is a general message, so take what resonates and leave the rest. If it's not your message, it's not your damn message. It's timeless, so whenever you find it, it's the right time. If it resonates. And yeah, let's get started. So, I was called to grab my book that I'm reading. I'm like reading like 9 books. I'm one of those people. I've technically been reading this for like years. I just get bored and I'm like, I want to read like I've got like fucking like 13 books going. Okay, I'm just gonna be real. So anyway, I was called to get in this book and flip to a random page and read some of it and just kind of see where to go for this message. So we're gonna just go right into it. All right, Eric. Story time, babies. You want your mommy to read to you? Okay. Shoda, what are these things you know? The easiest first, she sighed. You know the way you stop the wizard's fire with the sword? Practice the move. I gave you that test for a reason. Zed will use the wizard's fire against you. Only the next time it will be for real. The flow of time does not say who will prevail, only that you can have a chance to beat him. Richard's eyes widened. That can't be true. True, she said, clipping off his words. As a tooth given by the father to show the keeper of the book, to show the truth of how it was taken. That rattled him to his bones. And no, I don't know who the keeper is, her eyes burned into him. You will have to find him yourself. Richard could hardly draw a breath, could hardly make himself ask the next question. If that was the easy part, then what is the hard? Auburn hair tumbled off her shoulder as Shoda looked away from his eyes to Kalan, who stood stone still while the snakes writhed on her. I know what she is and how it is she is a threat to me. Her voice trailed off. She turned back to him. It is obvious you do not know what she is, or perhaps you would not be with her. Kalan has a power, magic power. That much I know, Richard offered cautiously. Richard, Shoda said, trying to find the words for something she found difficult. I am a witch woman. As I said, one of my powers is that I can see things as they will come to pass. It is one reason fools fear me. Her face drew closer to his sorry guys. Her face drew, god damn it, now I lost my place. Anyway, she got closer to him, blah, blah, blah. Her breath smelled of roses. Please, Richard, don't be one of those fools. Don't fear me because of things I have no control over. I'm able to see the truth of events that will come to be. I do not dictate or control them. And just because I see them, that does not mean I'm all happy about them. It is only by caution in this present that we can change what otherwise will come to pass. Have the wisdom to use the truth to your advantage. Don't simply rail against it. That was I don't know, maybe that's significant to somebody. I chose my St. Anthony little card that, my grandma sends me all this stuff for my bookmark. I am tapped the fuck in right now. All right, so I'm getting here. I'm being called to encourage people like on their intuition, right? Because she was giving bad news. And she's like, I'm not fucking happy about it, dude. This is just my intuition. This is what it's telling me. So when you get these messages or these intuitive hits, and it's something you don't want to hear, that's when things get hard. And then you kind of go against it. Because what did it say? The truth. Have wisdom to use the truth to your advantage. Don't simply rail against it. Her eyes had an intensity that halted his breath. Her voice the sharp edge of a blade. Kalan has a power, and if she isn't killed, she will use that power against you. She watched his eyes carefully as she spoke. There can be no doubt of the truth to this. Your sword can protect you from the wizard's fire, but it will not protect you from her touch. So, Richard and Kalan have this, like, you know, they kind of crushing on each other. So they're like in love with each other because they've been working together. She's been protecting him and guiding him to be the seeker and to find out truth. And she's got, like, you know, her intuitive powers. So she can, like, you know, she's using that. It's like the divine masculine and divine feminine. The divine feminine is working in the spiritual realm, and the masculine is in the material realm because he's like the warrior, he's the protector, and he's got his, you know, sword of truth. He's seeking things out. She's guiding him to where he needs to seek and find things. And because she's from a different realm, a magical realm, where she has this magical power, and she came to the material realm and is guiding him through that and helping him out and saying, like, hey, we need to go here, we need to go here. All right, we're about to go through this portal. It's going to be fucking scary. Don't let anyone, like, don't let these demons and shit, like, get in your head and, like, taunt you and try to, like, get an emotional reaction out of you. And so there's, like, this divine masculine, divine feminine. But then, you know, like, truth gets involved. And you're like, oh, shit. And they don't want to hear it. So, like, after that, she's, like, crying. She's like, I would never. But also keep in mind, like, when you get intuitive hits, like, it's just a timeline. Because you can tap into, you know, when I'm tapping into something right now, like this message or like doing tarot, it's a timeline. There's so many opportunities because you have free will. You have free will to change things. But then there's many timelines where the same thing is going to happen no matter what, because it's part of your soul contract, right? So this fucking message is going to be all over the place. I'm just going to warn you. The songs that I got on shuffle were Bad Bitch by BB Rexa and Ty Dolla $ign. And it says, you're saying that you're tired of all the empty habits. You want something that's deeper because you're over the generics. You're fucking with them basics when you really want the baddest. So come on, baby, get it, because to miss this would be tragic. You say you want a bad bitch, baby, now you have it. Now you got a bad bitch, show me you can handle this. Say you want a bad bitch, baby, now you have it. Now you got the baddest, show me you can handle this. The rest of it's kind of sexual, so I don't think it's relevant to what we're talking about here. Then the next song that I got was Lights by Ellie Goulding, and I had a way then, losing it all on my own. I had a heart then, but the queen has been overthrown. And I'm not sleeping now. The dark is too hard to beat. And I'm not keeping now the strength I need to push me. You show me the lights that stop me, turn to stone. You shine it when I'm alone. And so I tell myself that I'll be strong and dreaming when they're gone, 'cause they're calling me home. You show the lights that stop me and turn to stone. You show them when I'm alone. Noises I play within my head touch my skin and hope that I'm still breathing. And I think back to when my brother and sister slept in an unlocked place, the only time I feel safe. You show the lights that stop me and turn to stone. You shine it when I'm alone. Okay, so this is like your guides, like, okay, so the bad bitch thing, it's like, so you want to be a bad bitch? You want to fucking follow your intuition? It's not always going to be pretty, right? Because sometimes you have to be so fucking confident in what you got, that intuitive hit, that you're like, okay, I got to come off as fucking looking crazy then. I know that's my truth. And you cannot let anyone else fucking sway you. Because we got the 5 of Swords here. You can't let a single motherfucker sway you on that. And if you ain't ready to be a bad bitch and listen to that intuition and follow that, then it ain't time. It's not your time. Fuck, my fucking throat. fuck off with that. All right. And the lights are your guides, your ancestors, these other beings that want to help you. They want to get you there. And even if it's a truth that you don't want to fucking hear, you either got to be a bad bitch or you fucking don't. Like, you have two options there. And whatever timeline you want to follow, whatever, because you have free will, that you are given that. You have the ability to follow your guides that want the best for you, or you have the ability to go down this karmic path, right? So, and this is a slow moving thing. We've got this is the Knight of Pentacles. It says Movement of Pentacles. It's a slow moving thing on the material world, right? Because you get this intuitive hit and you're like, oh, fuck, I really fucking do not want to do this. Like, I don't want to do this. I'm going to look fucking crazy. I'm going to look nuts. I don't want to do this. And then, or you don't want to hear it, right? And then you fucking keep just being miserable. Because another thing, 1111. With this song Lights, it says, where the fuck is it? You show me the light. Fuck. It says somewhere something I'm not sleeping. I don't know. I thought it said. I could be wrong. I could have just misheard. I swear it said I'm not sleeping, but maybe that was a message I need to convey. So, say you keep getting these intuitive hits. You're not fucking following it, right? You're like, God, this is just anxiety. This is just a fear of mine. I don't want to follow this. And then, like, you're not fucking sleeping, right? You're not fucking dreaming. Like, you are just, like, miserable. It's because your fucking intuition is, like, telling you, bruh, do something. We are asking you, your fucking guides, everybody, they're asking you to do something. Because we've got the Heart of Wands, which is the Queen of Wands, and she is, like, the most intuitive queen. She's very magical. And she's very tapped in. So if you're not going to fucking listen to that shit, you're going to be miserable. You're not going to be dreaming. Your dreams aren't going to come to fruition because you're not following these intuitive hits. God, I hope this is fucking making sense, because, like, I'm getting, like, so much right now. Like, the energy is like blah. And that might be how your intuition comes to you, and you're like, God, this is a lot of information. Like, this is just weird thoughts. Like, and then this morning, like, with my routine and getting into this video, I kept getting pulled away to do other things, and I was like, God, this is fucking annoying, because it was like ADD almost, but it was like, the more I paid attention to it and got more mindful with it, I was like, okay, so I need to do these things before I sit down and do the reading. And then, like, things became more clear on what I needed to talk about. Like, I got the intuitive hit to read from this book, which is The Wizard of Bars by Wizard's First Rule. I don't know why the fuck I said that. So it might be, like, little things like that. You're like, oh, like, I'm getting pulled away. Like, why am I doing this? Why am I getting pulled away by this? Like, I just want to get this one fucking thing done. And it might be that you need to do something else first to, like, have everything right. Like, I went and threw the trash out of my house. Like, I went and got the mail, sorted that shit out. Like, I went and did all these things first, and I kept getting pulled away. But then, like, things became more clear, and I felt like I was able to, like, chill out and, like, truly be present with this. So, and just the timing was right. And that's what your intuition is telling you. So whenever you get, like, pulled away and you feel like it's kind of like ADD or something, there's a reason for it. Because I've noticed in mornings where I have a very intense, like, I'm a Capricorn motherfucker, like, I'm a double Virgo, so Virgo rising, Virgo moon. So I am very, like, I like my rituals, and I like that keeps me grounded. That keeps me in control. I feel in control when I do that. So I have a certain way that I do my morning routine. And then there's times where I'm just, like, called to, like, so before I leave work, I usually put my steel toes on, and because I have, like, flip-flops that I wear, or, like, slide Birkenstocks that I wear, and then I put my boots on. And sometimes I'm called to do it in a different order, so I get to work and then I put them on. And there's been times where I did that and I was like, oh, fuck, whatever. I just gotta get to work, whatever, fuck it. And then on the way to work, I saw like a million, like not a million, a ton of shooting stars. And I was like, oh shit, I was meant to fucking see this. Like that was like a little thing for me. And so like all these little things, they put you at the right time in the right place. So like maybe it puts you back a few minutes, but it was meant to happen so you get another message. And so whenever you're getting these things, it may feel like so weird, and you're like, why the fuck am I being called to do this? Or like, why do I feel urged to do this? That's your intuition. Listen to that, because it's putting you in the right place at the right time. Yes, you like your fucking routines, which I have a very hard time with sometimes, because I'm like, I like my routine. Don't fuck with my morning routine. That is my thing. Like, I get so mad, but I'm like, fine, I'll fucking do it. And when you follow that and you go against like what you want, like your ego wants to do, that's when like things start happening. Because I've had to put myself out there and be willing to look crazy, and I was rewarded fucking greatly. I was like, I really don't want to fucking do this. I'm gonna look crazy as fuck. Like, I don't want to say this. Like, and then I came out and it was like super rewarding, because like I was right, first off. And two, like, it just opened things up. So following those things, even though you're like, fuck, I really don't want to do this. I don't want to know this. This isn't the truth. This isn't the truth. This is just anxiety. There's a feeling between anxiety and intuition. And with intuition, it's like this, like, it's more quiet, but like, it's more in your body. And anxiety, you just like keep like, blah, 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 blah. You can't leave it alone. And it's going to be different for everyone, because, and that's something that actually might help with that, is like telling fear to fuck off. Like, what helps me is I imagine fear as like this little demon thing that's just like in my orb, like in my aura, in my spirit, trying to fuck with me, trying to get into my brain. And I see myself as, you know, because I'm a warrior, I see myself like grabbing it and like just fucking like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it is like brutal as fuck. I'm like, bitch, you want to razzle dazzle, do you, bitch? Like, and so I grab it and I'm just like fucking like putting pure light, pure source, most high power, like that pure essence of creation, all like the thing that creates all from the light, you know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. Like the light, the divine light, I'm putting it into that and just fucking dissolving it. Like, I'm like, I don't know if it was Blade where they put like the light on the vampires and they just like started like bubbling and getting all crazy and like started like getting like larger and larger and larger, and then like they just explode. Like, that's what I see. And it just helps, because I'm just like, you know what? Fuck you, fear. You want to fucking play, bitch? Like, I just get mad, because I'm like, I'm not going to allow this. I'm not going to allow this anxiety and fear to fuck with me. And then once I like battle this, however you want to say it, which to me, it's fucking real. And that's how the enemy works, is through fear. So I'm like, fuck you, bitch. You want to fucking... You will not fuck with me. You will not fuck with my intuition. And by battling that and like destroying that fear, that anxiety, however it helps you to imagine it, I definitely see it as like this little gross little demon thing. And it's like a little meditation almost. And by doing that, it helps me like chill out, because like then I, you know, get more in tune and like, okay, yes, any fear that I have, I can battle it. Fuck, where was I going? Like, just by, okay, so yeah. So then following your intuition. So like, say you get like an intuitive hit that like, someone at work is talking shit about you and like trying to get you fired or something like that, right? You're like, no, they wouldn't do that to me, like, whatever. And then you don't want it to be true. And you're like, they act so nice and kind to me. Why would they do that? And something you can do is by like, have like an intention before you go to bed, or like before you meditate, and like ask your guides and your angels and spirit, most high, whatever you believe in, universe, and be like, please show me the truth of this person. And in meditation, I mean, if you have a hard time like with the meditating and stuff like that, like try it and just get in that calm, like, you know, breath work, whatever you need to do. Just listening to like a recorded one and kind of just go in with that intention of finding out the truth, but being open to the truth about it. Because if it's something you don't want to fucking know, then you're still gonna get it's still gonna be exposed. So being neutral to what the truth is. Because like in that book it says like, what does it say? Have the wisdom to use the truth to your advantage. Don't simply rail against it. Don't fight against this. It's the truth, and you're being shown it. Your intuition, your guides, they're showing you exactly what you need to know. And just praying to, so like before bed, you can ask like, please show me tonight in this dream, like what the true intentions of this person is. And be open to what, I mean, you're going to have to, with a dream or like any sort of meditation, your intuition is going to speak through symbolism. And so you're going to have to decode it a little bit. Sometimes you're just lucky and you get this like true, like, exact, like this person will stab you in the back kind of thing. But sometimes like, sometimes it'll be like, I've had dreams about people that talk shit about me that, they're like, I caught, it was like I was at a party and I caught the person and their mom like going through my coat at a party, like trying to steal shit from me. And so I was like, oh, I mean, that didn't happen in real life, but I knew what type of person they were. And interesting that they pulled their mom into it. I was very intrigued by that. And then there's like other symbolism, like there was like a koi fish in the dream, and that's like associated with like abundance and that type of thing. So they were trying to fuck with my abundance, my money. Other dreams, I've like, you could like start listening to your dreams. If you have like a dream that's just really like, you wake up and you remember it all, it felt fucking real, that was your intuition. It was a very important message for you. Like I've definitely had like straight up prophetic dreams, and I was so confused because it happened like 8 months later. And I was like, what the fuck? Why did I have this dream? I was so confused. Because in the dream, like, I had sex with the person. I was like, okay, I would never, like, I don't think I would ever have sex with that person. Like, what the fuck? That's weird. And then by doing so, it opened a portal in their house, and like all these dead bodies came out and shit like that. And I was like, I woke up like, and it was so real. Like, I felt everything. And then like later on, it was like, like I swear it was like 8 months or so, it was exposed to me like what was happening, and I was like, holy shit, like what the fuck. And what it was is my interaction with that person exposed the truth about their life. And so if you're on this path and you are, you know, you're a truth speaker, you're a truth sayer, which is like using your intuition and openly sharing it, I can't think of the word, projecting it out into the world, you have to be okay with coming off as looking crazy and staying in, you know, knowing yourself and being confident in yourself. Because you're gonna come off as motherfucking crazy at first, because sometimes it's something you say that happens like months later. Like, and you're like, okay, I'm just gonna roll with it, man. Like, fuck, I don't want to say anything. And you don't have to, but you just remember, like, take a note of it, or a mental note if you're really good at remembering things like that. And just being with that, because you just have to be willing to come off as crazy and being confident. You know what? If I lose people over this, then they weren't for me. Because I know my confidence, I know myself. And I truly, there are times where I've regret not saying something or following my intuition, and that shit happened and I was just backstabbed when I could have just said something and let these people like out of my life and be done. And I just chose to ignore it. I chose the timeline where I wanted to go karmic on this shit, and I wanted to just be in turmoil and chaos with these people and continue to like be physically sick because they were draining me. They were physically draining me. So I was like physically sick, my money wasn't right. I just looked not healthy because these people were fucking draining me. And I was being shown several times where that this was happening, but I didn't want to hear it, so I was going against the truth. And I was fighting this. So sometimes you gotta just be chaotic. Like, be fucking chaotic, because and you feel more free anyway. And then you, like, I don't know why, I swear this song said, and I'm not dreaming, or I'm not sleeping, but I don't see that anywhere in the song on the lyrics, unless I'm missing it. But that's what I heard when I was listening to it. So if you're not sleeping and you're like miserable and you're just like overthinking, like, what do I say to this person? Like, I know I need to say something. I know I need to reach out. Or I know I need to cut this person out of my life. I know I need to go for this job. However it comes out, or I need to take this leap of faith towards this. You're gonna be fucking miserable until you do it and be like, you know what, fuck it, whatever. It's in Jesus, take the wheel on this one. Like, as soon as you start being chaotic, and you know what, people can think I am fucking nuts. I don't give a fuck. I'm in my chaotic era, bitch. Like, I am ready to fucking throw hands, physically, spiritually, mentally, whatever. As soon as you're able and willing to do this, shit just opens up. You just like, no worries, baby, because you are fighting that fear. You're fucking throwing bows on your fear. So, you know, I'd like to hear in the comments if people could share, like, how they, like, overcome fear, whether it's, you know, like a mental thing like me, where I'm just straight slaying demons, like, and putting, like, pure light into that. I'm just like, you know, my teeth are all sharp and like my face is all distorted and shit, like, die, look into my eyes. Look into my eyes as I destroy you. I am your maker. I'm not joking. I straight up say that. Like, I am, like, so fucking pissed. I'm like, look into my eyes as I destroy you, fear. Look into my eyes. So if that helps, like, I get so fucking mad. Because there have been times where people have tried to, like, fuck with me mentally and try to fuck with my intuition. And I let them, because I was in a space that, like, I was beat down. You know, everyone had always told me I was wrong because they were liars. They didn't want to be caught. So there had been times where I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. If this person thinks this, they can think whatever the fuck they want. And I just, like, gotten so angry and so mad that I just, like, didn't allow it. I was like, you know what? Fuck it. If they think I'm gonna fucking be crazy, then something that helps me, I should say, in this scenario, like, say, like, okay, this is if I don't say this, and then you know, I don't stir the shit pot, right? And then this is if I do say this, or I do this, then I stir the shit pot. And kind of going and playing out both timelines helps me, because I'm like, you know what, if they think I'm crazy, or they want to, like, come at me and, like, drag my name through the mud and all that shit, I can survive that. I've survived way worse than that. And I've overcome way worse than that. And by doing so, like, you have this freedom. You're like, you know what? Fuck it. If it gets crazy, I've been in more chaotic situations than this by just following that karmic bullshit path where people are, like, stealing money from me and, like, my life force. Like, I can survive this. My throat's getting dry. I'm all yelling. I can survive this. And when you get into that worst case scenario, like, fuck it. What's the worst that can happen? Oh, they think I'm crazy? Guess what? They gonna get their karma. They gonna get their cheeks clapped if they decide to fuck with me. Because I know I'm living my truth. And I prayed to my angels, my guides, my ancestors, Most High, whatever you believe in, universe. I prayed to that, and they are going to protect me in making this choice, and they're going to guide me to what choice I need to make. And I'm listening to that. I am following my heart, my intuition, and I'm going with this. Because there had been times where I just like kept getting the same message, like, this isn't good for you, this isn't good for you, this isn't good for you. Are you gonna fucking do something or not? And then I just kept like getting worse and worse and worse and worse. Like my life just was blowing up. Like I was miserable. Like I kept having to change jobs because like people were trying to like get me fired and shit like that because I wasn't following my truth. And just chaos just kept like unfurling wherever I went. And I'm like, okay, this is fucking ridiculous. Like, and it was just like hit after hit. I was like hitting resistance. Like it says in this book, have the wisdom to use the truth to your advantage and don't simply rail against it. I was hitting resistance nonstop. Like, cause I was in healthcare and literally everywhere I went, I was like getting in trouble all the time, written up. Interestingly, I was getting in trouble for my mouth, and it wasn't because I came off as harsh. The things I said were rude. And it was all like how things were perceived about me. It was never anything like I was doing dangerous things to the patients, anything like that. It was all of these like just hater ass haters just hating, right? And I was like, why is this fucking happening? And I wasn't, and then I allowed them to beat me down. And I allowed them to like keep me quiet. And so I quit standing up to my manager, you know, all of these things, because I was like, fuck, maybe they're right. Like this keeps happening. Why does this keep fucking happening? So I quit speaking my truth. I just stayed quiet. Like I changed my whole demeanor. Like I quit being this fun, like joking around, like making work fun. I just like went quiet, went dead, because I was like, fuck, maybe I am just like too much. Like maybe like, how I am isn't good. Like maybe I am being a dick. And like, because they were literally telling me that I was a monster. Like in one of my many fucking trips to my boss's office where they had to write me up, they were literally saying, your coworkers view you as a monster. Bitch, please. And so I just kept meeting this resistance. And I was like, fuck, what the fuck, man? And so like I would talk to my coworkers and they're like, dude, no, we really don't think that. I was like, I am so sorry if I came off this way. Like I would never, like, if I'm saying anything rude, like, please fucking tell me. They're like, no, we're not fucking saying anything. Like, put that on God. Like, no. But I was being guided to leave healthcare. And I just kept staying in because the money was good. I felt like I had a purpose. But with healthcare and how things are run now, especially in the US, I'm sure it's across the world. It's money driven. It's all about control. The jab, if you will, on that whole thing. And if you're curious, I did not get it. So just in case y'all were wondering, on that, I was in a place where I couldn't be free and I couldn't speak freely, and I was just going to keep meeting resistance, and this wasn't my path. So I kept meeting resistance. Crazy shit just kept happening. It was to a point like I was physically ill at work because I was having so much anxiety. Also, like, people were doing fucking spell work on me and some crazy shit too, like fucking ridiculous. Like, I was just in a bad spot, and it's because I was not listening to my intuition. Literally, my guides were like showing me like, bruh, this is fucking killing you. You gotta change up your life. And so finally, interestingly, one of my karmic people in the circle talked me into just getting like a full-time welding job, because I had like 3 fucking jobs. Like, I was overdoing it. I've always just had like a lot of jobs. Like, I love working. I'm built for it. I am a fucking workhorse. Like, my body is just made to work. Like, I'm good at it. And so finally I come into welding, And I'm around these people that just like, if anybody's in the blue collar community, you know, like you can just fucking talk shit. Like everybody talks shit all fucking day. Like, and you can be loud, you can curse, you can do all this shit. Like, you don't have to be small, you can be yourself. And I finally started to like open up and be myself again. And so I was able to make these other decisions and trust my intuition further. Okay. Fuck, where do I go after this? How about this? Let's throw some cards in there. I am sweating so hard. I'm channeling like a motherfucker right now. Ooh, okay. Change. I understand that nothing can change, grow, or evolve without movement. So yes, following this intuition, following these intuitive hits, and being okay with fucking like unearthing everything in your life as you know it. Because you know what? It's not fucking good for you. You having health problems? You can't fucking sleep at night? You having motherfucking anxiety, bitch? Yeah, it's because you're not living your truth. And you're not listening to your truth. Your guides are like, yo, this is gonna keep killing you until you follow your fucking divine path. Humor. Ha, yes, I love it. Because I am all about that shit. Making it fun, making it, laughing at it. You know what? Motherfuckers were sending me death spells. Fuck it, bitch. Guess what? I fucking lived it. You know what I mean? People were trying to drain my life force. People were trying to like take everything from me. And guess what? I'm a strong ass motherfucker. I finally decided to start listening to my intuition and following it and being willing to look crazy as fuck. Getting into that. Be okay with laughing at yourself. You know what? If I come off as crazy, that's just gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun because like I'm living my truth. And if they think I'm crazy, I'll fucking laugh in their face and be like, ha! Yeah, I'm chaotic as fuck. Like, allow that. Be okay with that. Be in your confidence so much in trusting yourself that, you know what? I'm willing to laugh at how crazy I look. Because I am trusting my path. I'm trusting this. I'm having faith. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. You know what? If I do come off as crazy, then it's gonna be funny. Fuck it. Be chaotic. Be insane. Like, come off that way. Because you're living your truth and you're gonna be able to sleep at night. You're gonna be following your dreams. And the more you do this and take these little baby steps, the slow movement into trusting your intuition and following your guides, following Most High and trusting universe has your back no matter what you do. And especially if you keep following your truth and what your divine path is, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be great. You're going to have, excuse me, I just burped really hard. It was like a deep one. You're going to have this, it's just going to become more rich in life. You're going to have just less worries. I have a little thing on my fridge that says, pray more, worry less. So anytime you're having these worries and you like don't have the strength to like get pissed off at your fear and your worry, pray and trust that it's going to get taken away. Be like, you know what, God, I give this to you. Most High, I give this to you because I can't keep doing this. This is literally making me fucking miserable. Let's see. Grief. Ooh, yeah. So sometimes, and I've experienced this as well. And just a fun little fact, like your lungs hold grief. So if you have this like cough all the time and stuff like that, it's because you're grieving. And you're not letting it go. You know something is done and gone, but you're not letting it go. And I've had like this continuous cough for a long time until I finally let things go and moved out of it. And like it went away. I quit having it. So and I was in that situation and my subconscious knew that the situation was done. It was over with. But I guess my body needed to grieve before I fully let it go. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So yes, you have to walk away because your intuition is telling you to walk away from something. Grieve it. And, you know, going down that timeline, like I was talking about earlier, of like, you know what, if I do lose this, what would it feel like for me? What would how would I feel? What would my life be like without this? And you can appreciate the good times and be like, you know what? Yeah, I do gotta walk away from this. I have to walk away from this. This is not healthy for me. I miss the good times and I miss all of these things, but I know I have to. And being okay with that. You know what? I'm going to survive if I walk away from this. Whether it's a relationship, a job, a house, I don't know, living, you need to move somewhere else, or your family, cutting your family out even. Grieve that. Be like, you know what? Yeah, it is a loss. Even if they don't pass away or leave your life in the physical realm, they're still here on this earth. They're still out of your life, and you have to grieve that, because there's grief just with anything. Like, I grieved healthcare, and I still do. I still feel these like pings of sadness because it just is what it is. Like, I miss it, and I miss the camaraderie that I had because I worked in the operating room. I miss that camaraderie because there's no other team like that, just where you mesh like that. But it's trauma bonding, so I don't know. However you want to do that. Okay, failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. Yes. And so being in that chaotic energy of like, you know what, fuck it. They can think whatever the fuck they want. You know what, I'm just going to take this leap. I'm going to be chaotic. I'm going to make some crazy ass choices, and I'm just going to fucking go for it. And fighting that fear of failure, fighting that, because with that comes great success. When the universe, Most High, your angel's guide, whatever you believe in, they fucking love when you take those leaps of faith and you're like, you know what, you got my back. I'm going to trust fall into this. Like, I'm going to trust that. And they love that shit. And they reward you so greatly. For one, mentally, your worries just wash away. As soon as you fucking make that leap of faith and you get over that, like, oh my God, under that was worry. Fuck yeah. So what? Yes, fight that worry. Because as soon as you fall into that and surrender into it, comes success. And guess what was under that? Fucking happy. Oh my God, I cannot make this up. Fucking surrender was under that as well. Oh. And okay, so under that, imagination. Using your imagination. What's the worst thing that could fucking happen if I follow this path, right? Guess what? Imagine it. Yeah, it unearths your whole fucking life. Or you die or something. But if you trust in Most High and know that you're a soul that cannot be fucking destroyed, nothing can touch you. Nothing, it may seem turbulent and uncomfortable at first, but nothing can fuck with you. You are unfuckwithable. You are strong. Nothing can touch your infinite essence. Nothing can fuck with that. No matter how crazy your fucking life looks for a little bit, and it's like, it is such a minuscule point of time in your whole fucking life. Yes, it's scary in that moment, but nothing can fuck with you. And facing that worry and fear of failure and just getting pissed off at it and be like, you know what? Fuck you. Worst thing that happens is this. Or, you know, I lose my house. Guess what? There's probably something even fucking better beyond that. You just have to go through this uncomfortable transition period. Yes, it is uncomfortable, but you got to persevere through that. You got to fight through that. As soon as you get past that weird, it's like a test from the universe. Like, oh, you want a bad bitch? You want to be a bad bitch? Well, fucking baby, now you have it. So show me you can handle this. That's the, oh my God. I love that song came on. Say you want a bad bitch, baby, now you have it. Now you got a bad bitch, show me you can handle this. Now you got the baddest, show me you can handle this. It's a fucking test of faith. It's a test of your mettle. Because if you want this shit, you want to fucking manifest this badass life and you want to be happy and, you know, feel, my God, why can I not say that? Free of worry. You gotta fucking get through this, dog. You gotta walk through the motherfucking fire. You gotta walk through the fire. You want a bad bitch? Well, baby, now you have it. So fucking here you go, bud. You gotta deal with it. You gotta fucking stand up. Trust your fucking intuition. Be confident in yourself. Cause this is what you got. You fucking want a bad bitch? Well, baby, now you have it. Let's see how strong are you of a person? Because if you want to keep progressing and have this incredible life, you want to be famous, you want to do this, that, blah, 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 whatever, have all this money, live in your purpose, you are going to have some motherfuckers that are always trying to tear you down. The enemy works in that way. The enemy is always going to be coming at you with this fucking fear, worry. Oh, you're going to fail. You're going to blah, 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 keep you small. You have to be confident enough and strong enough to persevere through that bullshit. Because you're going to have some motherfucking envious ass people that are going to put doubt in you and keep you from this. Okay, so staying in gratitude, that's going to bring you that. Thank you for protecting me. Thank you for having my back. Thank you for these messages. Thank you for this bad bitch. Like, you know what I mean? But staying in that. Yeah, because motherfuckers are going to be trying to doubt you, make you doubt yourself. They're going to try and get in your head, because that's how the enemy works. They're going to try and get in your head, try to get you to worry, fear of whatever the fuck comes up. And because they're envious, because they are not taking these leaps of faith. And the universe is going to test your ass before this fucking shit happens. So I was getting tested constantly by my fucking bosses, saying I'm a monster because of the way I talk. Because I say the truth and I'm not afraid to fucking if my manager's being a fucking dick to people, I'm gonna stand up for it. I don't give a fuck what your position is, bitch. You're being disrespectful. So like, with that, me being tested through that, walking through the fire with that, where people were just like, oh, well, you're just a monster. You are a bad person for saying this shit to your boss. When in fact, those were the tests that I was being put through to be where I am at now. Because I can say whatever the fuck I want. I don't give a fuck. People can think I'm crazy as fuck. I'm in my chaotic, mode. I'm in chaotic mode activated. I don't give a fuck. But anyway, I'm about to run out of storage. So I love you, babies. Stay strong. Test your confidence. Persevere through this. Take these leaps of faith slowly if you have to. Just little ones. Just listen to your intuition and you're going to come out of this better, stronger. And your life is going to your worry's going to melt away because you fight through this. You fucking slap that bitch straight in the face, backhand, pimp slap your fear. I love you, babies. Stay strong. You are wonderful. And you need to trust yourself. Do not let anyone sway you from your strength, your knowledge, your intuition. Do not let anyone tell you otherwise, that you are not wonderful and tapped in. And what you can tap into anything you need to know. Hopefully that made sense. I love you, babies. Have a wonderful day.